Hello Glendale and welcome back to the 12th edition of the 411. I'm Kate Stratton.
I'm Cullen Wickman.
First off, Emily Woodall and I bring you a story on a beloved Springfield landmark, Skateport. Skateport, the loved Springfield landmark, is closing June 1st in order for a new highway to go in off of Glenstone. We sat down with the owner, Ted Hall, an employee and a former skater, to reflect on their experiences at Skateport.
Skateport has been in business for 37 years, opened up in 1977.
I've worked at Skateport for almost 2 years now. I've been skating since I was 5 years old, and I've been on the team since then too.
I broke my left arm skating, so after that I was terrified to go back. It was an awful experience.
Everything is a favorite memory at Skateport. There's really no bad memories except, well, even having to close down is not a bad memory, but just having the opportunity to get to know people, be around and get to know Springfield better.
The best memory is going or qualifying for nationals twice. I'll miss Ted the most, the owner and the boss. He was my coach since I was 5.
I'm going to miss the people because that is the best part of it, being able to get out and just learn people and socialize and be friends with everybody, I hope. I'm thinking about relocating it. It would be approximately another 6 to 10 months before I make up my mind. I do have pieces of property spotted so far, so we'll see if that happens again.
Signing out for the 411, this is Emily Woodall and Kate Stratton.
What sets you aside from others? Peyton Sheets and Kennedy Graves sit down with students to see what sets them apart from their peers.
At a journalism convention at Mizzou, I saw a project called The Century of Voices by the Columbia Missourian. It's a cross-generational story about people ages 1 to 100, and I decided to scale it down and try it out here at Glendale.
I'm a freshman. Swimming and golf and church and running. Three brothers, yeah. It's kind of fun because I don't know, we just joke around a lot and they don't take my clothes and stuff. But I don't really know any different because I've always had 3 brothers and no sisters. I definitely want to be on cabinet, but I don't know what I want to do on it yet. Either president, just because both my brothers were, or I think assemblies commissioner would be really fun. Just getting up and hosting everything and coordinating all the events and the skits that go on there. It's really fun because I like how everybody screams and gets painted because I love face paint and stuff like that. And I like how it's really loud and the cheers and stuff.
I'm a freshman. I don't know, I like to make people feel wanted, I guess. And if I have the option to help or not, I always want to help people, make them feel better opposed to bad on football and basketball. It's a good way to help be a leader and kind of example to other people. Helps keep me in line, keeps me busy. Sports help you be persistent and finish the things you start. Helps you be more committed and helps you be able to work well with a team.
I'm a sophomore. The other sports I do is just swimming and golf. Golf was my first year this year. I had a lot of fun, made new friends, got to learn a new sport. And then swimming, this is my second year doing swimming, and we had a great time this year, winning state again. So made more friends because the freshmen that are coming in, and then there was a couple newcomers. And we just were really close this year. My friends, I try to be friends with everybody, but my closest friends are Hannah Live and Katie Carmen and Peyton Sheets, and I've gotten really close to Hannah and Katie and Peyton this year, and just really great. We have a great time when we're all together. I'm always laughing around them.
Sophomore. Let's see, I've been to the Bahamas twice, and then me and my family go to Colorado pretty frequently, 2 or 3 times a year, and then we're up in Florida a lot too. Well, when we go to Colorado, we tend to hike a lot. We do a lot of mountains, 14ers mostly, and it's really an accomplishing feeling when you're at the top of a mountain and you can see all around the scenery, and you break the tree line, and it's a lot warmer and the air's thinner and you're breathing hard, but it's worth it when you're up there. I feel like I've learned a lot, and I've grown to be more individual with my family's help, because I've just learned more about myself. All right, senior year, I want to run for student body president, because I think I could do a lot and help, and I feel like I get a grasp along everybody at Glendale as a whole instead of just sections or cliques. I feel like I can get around and help everybody. I'm excited for that. I want to run for vice president of my junior class.
I'm a junior. Well, I own my own company, Albatross Motors. I'm a driven individual. I work hard in school. I'm constantly planning for my future. Well, Albatross, we restore Japanese cars, mainly for the import scene, like the Hondas and the Eclipses and things like that. Well, I work my own hours, but I'm constantly thinking about it. It's always on my mind. I do like it, and I'm always looking for more ways to expand.
Junior. I'm much more responsible. I don't ever like go out and do stuff. I mean, I still have friends, but my goals are much more different than most high school students, especially most juniors. I mean, every day is like centered around her. Like, I just want to go home and see her every single day. I just hate sitting in school and being with all these people when I'd much rather be playing with her. It's just like every day is always centered around her, everything I do. It's like, I have to go do this for her, I can't wait to go see her, I have to pick her up, I have to take her to the doctors. It's much more like, rather than, oh, I have to go out and eat with my friends. It's just different. Aviel. Lorraine Millicent. When me and Kayla first found out, he was like, he always reads like the news on Yahoo on his phone, and he's reading about the Sandy Hook shooting, and her name, Aviel, was on one of the victims' lists, and he really liked it, so that's the one we picked. And then the middle name is his mom's middle name.
Senior.
Thank you.
I'm engaged. Well, I don't see my friends hardly ever. Since I live with Ashley, I kind of just go to school, go home, go to work, and then go see Ashley and go to bed. Yep. May 17th, 2015. Well, it's made me a better person because I can't go out and do whatever I want anymore, get in trouble.
I'm a senior. I'm like, I just try to find, or like be positive about everything and find, like people-wise, the good things in them, and always try to find a good outcome instead of a bad one, and just be positive. I write a lot, like pretty much like poetry or whatever comes to mind. I don't know, it keeps me kind of sane. Yeah, I think I treat people differently than most people here because, I don't know, like, I just see a lot of, like, if you haven't known them for, like, your whole life, you don't really try to talk to them or get to know anyone different. I think I try to do that and, like, broaden out who I know and who I try to become friends with and not stick to one group of people.
I'm just going to say persistent because I like to finish the things I start.
I would say I'm pretty crazy, right?
I am adventurous.
I'm driven.
One word that describes you is mom, because that's like my whole life. It's like, it's the best thing in the world.
I am mellow.
Outgoing.
Diverse.
Diverse.
Diverse. Diverse.
Diverse.
Diverse.
Sweet.
Diverse.
Brock Cantrell and I bring you a feature story on Mr. Reagan and how his high school experience differed from ours and how he is leaving next year. Mr. Reagan, a beloved Glendale High School teacher, will soon be leaving us to go into his own path.
I actually got a job offer from a friend of mine to go be a technical service engineer. So I'm going to work for a company called Hi-Speco, and I'll be doing hydraulics and pneumatics. I'll be doing a little bit of design work, a little bit of technical problem solving, customer support, computer support. I was an okay student in high school. I carried about a 3.5 GPA. I always joked that I was the dumbest kid in the honors classes, but I was actually scheduled to graduate early, and when I got ready to finish up my junior year, due to some red tape, they told me I couldn't graduate early. And I had a friend of my parents that was actually the president of a university down in Texas, and talking to them, she had actually informed me that I didn't need a high school diploma, or at least didn't actually have to graduate, but a GED would work. I'd already taken the ACT and had a pretty good ACT score, so just kind of got to asking around and talking to people. Contacted the state and went ahead and took my GED at the end of my junior year and went to college a year early. Originally started off going to college to get a bachelor's in child psychology. I did that for a couple of years. Really kind of figured out that it wasn't my cup of tea, and kind of bounced around for a little bit. I ended up getting a bachelor's in industrial tech with an emphasis in visual communication, which basically means I got a drafting degree.
Signing out for the 411, this is Cullen R. Wickman.
And Brock Cantrell.
Lastly, Brock, Emily, and Jack give us a recap of the Spring Sports Assembly. Signing up for the 411, this is Kate Stratton
and Cullen R. Wickman.